Hello students, today I'm going to start a new chapter, Elements, Compounds and Mixture from class 7 chemistry, and I prefer the book It's All About Science as Chand School. Okay, from this book I have preferred this chapter. Okay, so this is a part 1 of this chapter. So first we'll go to our first slide. That can you see the earth, fire, water, air? What are they? These are none other less our main elements of our earth. Okay, earth means the land, we can say, fire, water and air. These 4 elements are the main thing of our earth. Okay, so after that, if you see around, we can find water. Then this is as means the matter as a liquid, we can find water. Matter as a solid, we can find anything. Okay, this is just an example of sugar. And matter as a gas, we can take an example of the evaporation, means the vaporization of our atmosphere. Okay, means the water vapor or the gas, you can say. So these particles could be the atoms, molecules or compounds. All these particles means matter, whatever we have found, this can be in the form of atoms, molecules and compounds. Atoms are always identical. Okay, molecules will have same type of atoms, like oxygen, O2. We write oxygen when we determine it is given O2, means 2 types of atoms together, oxygen molecule. And if we talk about compound, what we can say, like water, H2O. Hydrogen is 1. Hydrogen is 2 and oxygen is 1. Means that is a compound of water. Okay, so matter can be divided into pure substance and mixture. Pure substance is what? The element and the compound. Element are what? Mainly the 118 elements which we find in the periodic table, which we find in our earth's crust. That is the element. And compound is what? The constituents of 2 or more elements. Okay, and mixture has 2 types, homogeneous and heterogeneous. Now we'll go through the chapter one by one, through the concept one by one. So let's start. So when we talk about element is always a pure substance and it is made up of the identical atoms. Okay, and as atoms have the number, so number of protons is equal to the number of atoms in one element. Okay, so while we're going through the element, we'll first let's talk about the composition of our earth's crust. So when we talk about the earth's crust composition, can you see here? Oxygen is how much? 46.6%. Magnesium is 2.0%. Potassium is 2.6%. Sodium is 2.8%. And calcium 3.6%. Iron 5.0%. Aluminum 8.1%, and silicon 27.8%, and others is 1.6%. So these are the elements which you find directly in our earth's crust. Okay, so left out many more elements are there. Now there are the main characteristics of elements. What are the characteristics? Elements have unique type of atoms. It cannot be further broken into simple substance by any means, chemical or physical. Okay. Third is there are 118 elements. Fourth, it has a unique chemical symbol of 1 or 2 letters, and these are the building blocks of the matter. So these are the total 5 main characteristics of the elements. Now, while talking about giving a unique name, let's talk about the symbolic representation of the elements. First of all, symbolic representation of the elements was represented by a scientist. But who is he? Do you know who is he? He is a Swedish scientist, Jöns Jacob Berzelius. Okay, he introduced the present system of assigning a unique symbol to every element. Okay, his main invention was this, and he was a creator of the symbol system for the periodic table of the elements, which is called the chemical nomenclature. But now The IUPAC means International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry denotes the symbol and have given the names. Now these are the first 20 elements of our periodic table. So this table, this 20 elements, you have to memorize it with according to the atomic number and the atomic symbol. Okay, the symbol also you have to memorize. Now let's talk about next about the compounds. Okay, before going to compounds, see the molecules of the elements. While we talk about hydrogen, symbol is H, but molecule is what? H2, means 2 hydrogen atoms. Molecule of hydrogen, molecule of oxygen and molecule of chlorine. This is always 2 means H2, O2 and Cl2. Next, if you talk about compounds, means what? Another one more atom should be added there, means H2O. There are given a 2H in yellow color and 1 in blue color. The O means this is a molecule of water. Now HCl, H is given one molecule or one atom of hydrogen and Cl is what? One atom of chlorine, and this is what? Hydrogen chloride, which we call about the HCl. Okay, now let's see this diagram of water. Can you see here? Two balloons are there, isn't it? Hydrogen. The blue is hydrogen and the green is the oxygen. So this is what? H2O, that is the molecule of the water. Why it is given as a compound? Because it has 2 or more elements. Yes, what can you say? What are the 2 elements here? One is the hydrogen and other is the oxygen. So these 2 elements combine in a fixed proportion to form a compound. Okay, next example of is the cane sugar. This is a combination of what? Carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. And here this sugar is made of 12 atoms of carbon, 22 atoms of hydrogen and 11 atoms of oxygen. So C12, H22, O11 is the formula of the sucrose or the cane sugar. Clear? Now let's talk about the characteristics of the compound. So what are they? Elements are not easily separated by physical means in the compound. Okay, the compound has properties quite different from the elements it is formed from. The formula of the compound summarizes the whole number atomic ratio, which is made as methane. Example is given here, CH4, means 1 carbon atom is combined to the 4 hydrogen atoms. And number 4th characteristics is what? The word formula can also be applied to the elements as hydrogen H2, oxygen O2, oxygen O3 and phosphorus P4. So these are the characteristics of the compounds. Rest we will talk about the differences of elements and compounds. Now let's see what is the difference between elements and the compounds. Okay, so the first point is, an element cannot be broken into simpler substance by any physical or chemical process, but a compound is composed of 2 or more elements and it can be what? It can be differentiated. The elements have their own fixed physical and chemical properties, but of a compound it is different of their constituent elements. An atom is the smallest particle of the element, and in a compound cannot be separated into concept of simple mechanical means. Okay, so these are the 3 differences of the comparative study of elements and the compound. Okay, now let's talk about the mixture. Can you see here? 2 liquids is mixed together. Okay, blue and yellow. Obviously we will get one green in color. Now what is a mixture? Mixture is nothing that it contains 2 or more pure substance or elements and compounds together in a definite proportion. That is a what? Mixture. So in mixture we have 2 types. One is homogeneous and another is heterogeneous. Homogeneous is what? This is the compounds are uniformly distributed throughout its volume and it cannot be seen separately. So separately you cannot divide by any physical or chemical means, like tea. Okay, tea when it is dissolved, can we take out again water, milk and tea leaves differently? No, we cannot. Fruit juice, medicine, honey, milk and blood. These are the examples of the homogeneous mixture. Heterogeneous, this is a mixture in which components are not uniformly distributed throughout its volume and can be easily seen separately, like oil and water, soil, assorted dry fruits. Together, dry fruits we can differentiate it. Candies we can differentiate it. Noodles, soupy noodles, we can differentiate the noodles and the soup differently. Okay, so these are some examples. Now let's see another example of sand with water and sugar with water. So sand with water is a heterogeneous mixture. Water is one main constituent here. Sand and water heterogeneous, but sugar and water is homogeneous. Why? Because sugar is dissolved in homogeneous mixture. Okay, so in a mixture, so that is a homogeneous means what? This is uniformly mixed here. And sand and water, it is a heterogeneous because they have different, they do not have the same properties, they have different properties and they cannot be mixed together. Now let's see about another example of tea and this cornflakes. Okay, before their milk, it was okay, milk was homogeneous. As soon as if you give them some cornflakes, what it will be heterogeneous. Okay, now see here example of homogeneous. Milk is what? Is a mixture of water, sugar, minerals and vitamin. Homogeneous milk is made so that the fat is very small and will not rise to the surface. So if milk is there, that milk you take in a bowl and you put some cornflakes there, colored cornflakes or anything you put there, it will become heterogeneous because that can be separated by the any physical or chemical means. Okay, so now here in front of you there is a difference between the compound and the mixture. So compounds are what? They are formed with the combination of two or more elements, and mixture are formed when elements and compounds are mixed together. Properties of compounds vary from the constituent elements, and mixtures show the properties of the constituent compound or elements. Component of the compounds cannot be separated, and mixtures can be separated physically. Compounds are always homogeneous mixture by nature, and mixture is homogeneous or heterogeneous by nature. Compounds show their own characteristics, mixture don't show their own characteristics. Compound is present in a fixed ratio and mixture is always the ratios can be vary. Compound in a particular compound, the boiling and melting points will be constant, but in mixtures they are not constant. So till here I will stop the chapter, but wait, the video is not stopped because I will discuss the checkpoint of this chapter. Page number 47 checkpoint I am going to discuss here. So these are the three main questions here. First question, define the following elements. So what is element? It is a substance made of the identical atoms. Then compound is what? Number 1B. Compound is made of two or more kinds of the atoms. You can give one example of each. Okay. Mixture. What is a mixture? A mixture contains two or more pure substance, elements and compounds combined in any proportion. Okay. So number A1 questions are finished. Next question C. Number 2. Classify the following under elements, compounds and mixture. Okay, so this all from A to F we have to differentiate in what? Elements, compounds and mixture. Now let's see. Element here is what? Aluminium. Number B is the element, and compounds are what? Plaster of Paris E, common salt H and water C. These are the compounds, and mixtures are what? A honey, F milk, G butter and D gunpowder. These are the mixtures. Okay, then number 3 question, classify the following as homogeneous and heterogeneous mixture. Now let's see. Number A, iron and sulfur. This is a heterogeneous mixture because we can differentiate it. Okay. Number B, brush. This is a homogeneous mixture. Number C, sugar and water. This is also a homogeneous mixture. Then number D, it is sand and water, it is heterogeneous mixture. Number E, oil and water, this is also heterogeneous mixture. Number F, air, this is homogeneous mixture. And number G, carbon dioxide and water, this is homogeneous. So our chapter is finished till here. Next part of the chapter will come soon in front of you. Till then, thank you. Bye-bye.